to fill out a questionnaire for me for media? Thank you. Hi guys, can you fill out a questionnaire for me, please?
Yeah, sure. This is the reflection for the audience research. From the questionnaire, we have learned what types of documentaries that are potential target audiences, which were students, teachers, and maybe parents who weren't too sure. So we kind of wanted to question a lot of groups. And we found out that students preferred more entertaining documentaries, like My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, which is more to entertain than to inform. Whereas the teacher preferred more informing things like nature documentaries. So we then discovered that we would have to focus on one target audience rather than multiple. So I think we're going to focus on the student target audience rather than the teacher target audience, because I think it'd be a wider range for us to target towards. What people want in our target audience is to see like interviews and things, and we've took that from the questionnaire and we've said, okay, we'll put interviews in. I think we're going to put in some interviews with our subject, so as well as the experts, we're going to ask the subject questions and find out their opinion of it, and as well as Vox Pops as well. And there was a lot of positive feedback from the questionnaires about following the individual around and seeing how they live their life, and how that person would get around college and stuff, and we were explaining the concept to the people doing the questionnaire, which is encouraging because people obviously like the idea and that feedback is good, and we can then take all their ideas and help put them into our documentary, which would then make a documentary that our target audience would want to watch. Things like taking things like, well, what would you like to see in a documentary? Do you like it when there's a voiceover or not? Like, a lot of people said yes, we like a voiceover. So we've decided that we're going to stick the idea of a voiceover and kind of have a person talking behind the camera, like, so asking the subject questions and seeing what they think about it throughout without actually being in the film, which people liked. So I think from this questionnaire we've got a lot of facts about what people want and what people don't want, and then we can add that, and it will appeal, our documentary will appeal to our target audience more, and I think we'll get more of a successful project now that we have done our research.
College, meet the needs of the physically disabled. We plan to follow around a physically disabled student round and see how they deal with day-to-day life in college. Would you find this interesting and why?
You need to be a little bit careful that you're not imposing on how they get around, but yeah, that would be quite interesting to watch.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting just to see like their struggles around college, or whether they can just get around easily compared to other like people who can more.
Yeah, the difficulties that they face in comparison to ours.
And I think it's like a topic that not many people are like aware of, so it'd be good to raise more awareness about it.
Okay, great. Do you know much about this topic, and if not, would you be interested to find out more?
I see around like the college that they have like ramps and stuff, and they have the lifts and everything like that, but I don't know much about how else they combat it and stuff. So.
Yes, I'm not really sure.
Okay. We decided to make the documentary observational and not show an opinion to the audience. Do you think this is a good idea?
Yes, no subjectivity. If it's objective, then it'd be better.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to like offend anyone, so I think it's good to keep like opinions to yourself.
Yeah. We'd also like to include interviews from the school to see what they think. Do you think this would help show the both sides in a neutral way?
What? Who are you interviewing?
So, like school people that say that everything is accessible. So by interviewing them, do you feel like that would be shown in a neutral way, rather than being like, oh, we don't believe you?
So you're going to interview people that will say...
Like counsellors at the school, yeah, and the head teacher and
I
stuff.
don't think so, because at the end of the day they're not living as a disabled person, so they don't really know the struggles. So they can always say, oh yeah, everything's accessible, but it's not that, it's the fact that they're students in a way and they have different challenges every day.
Yeah. Is there anything you particularly like to see in a documentary?
Just like following a disabled person like through the corridors, just to see like how they would get up the stairs, or how long they have to wait for their lifts, like to see how
They're
our
the
lives
way around or
compare.
anything like that, yeah. And if they smoke, like how long will it take for them to get back and forth? Because we only have 20-minute or 10-minute breaks, so that's going to be difficult as
How are they
well.
like accommodated?
Yeah.
Yeah. In your opinion, do you prefer documentaries to be entertaining or informative, and why?
Entertaining, I think. Actually, a bit of both.
I like them to be informative. Sometimes entertaining can be a little bit forced and a little bit corny, whereas informative, at least you're actually finding out information.
And do you think we should focus on entertaining or informing in the documentary, or both, and
A
why?
little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
So you're going to get for both target audiences.
Okay, great. Thanks.